Hello, guys. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, Hope RBI. Well, the most awaited moment is here. All India Rank 1 of RBI GradeB examination is with us, Mr. Atul Sharma. First of all, sir, congratulations on this phenomenal success. And I'm really fortunate enough to know you personally because we have been through the same college. And I'm really happy for your success, sir. Welcome to Hope RBI.
Thank you. First of all, big thanks to you, Shivam. Uh, it has been a journey. We have been in the same college from 2016. I started to go towards banking exams, and here I am in 2022. Thank you for the invitation to come to your channel today.
Sir, it's my pleasure, sir. How does it feel to be AIR1, sir?
It really feels very good. Uh, I was not that excited. I was excited. I was happy when I came to know that I made it. But still, when it is AIR1, it is cherry on the cake.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I was so happy for you, sir. So, sir, I wanted to know that when did you get to know about the RBI Grade B examination and when did you start preparing for this exam?
Okay. So I came to know about this exam in 2018. I was doing my PG from IIFM Bhopal. So what happened that there was my friend Jayesh Patel. So we were trying to figure out where should we go. There were campus placements also in private sector, but then we eventually decided that we'll go for government sector only. And then we started to explore various vacancies, what kind of vacancies are there. So UPSC was one, and then RBI was the second. So we had inclination towards both of these vacancies. Then I worked in forest department, Madhya Pradesh, and somehow we both of we came to this decisions that we will not go for UPSC, and there are various limitations on our part as well that we didn't want to go there. So we decided that RBI is the most sought job, and there is no political interference to be precise here,
Yeah.
and it has many facilities. There are many offerings. Plus, the knowledge and the learning goes on
Mhm.
till you retire.
Yes, yes,
So that was the reason we decided in 2018. We decided that we'll go for this RBI.
yes, sir. Sir, in 2019, you were so close to the list. I mean, you were just point 0.5 marks away from the list. So I wanted to ask you that from 2019 till 2023, what were the changes that you experienced preparation-wise and also emotionally while preparing for this exam? I mean, it has been a roller coaster. You have discussed with every aspirant in your channel as well that you had some health issues as well. So how was this journey for you till 2023?
Uh, yeah. So in 2019, it was a heartbreak moment, and when the result came, I was like hopeful. I was expecting 30, 35 marks at least, but I just got 15 in interview, and it was a heart shattering moment. So somehow I didn't take much time, 7, 8 days, and I moved on. But what happened after 15 days, I got those marks, and that was something that I was not expecting at all. And then I decided that I'll not go for RBI again. So after that, some things happened in 2020. COVID was there. There were no
Yeah.
vacancies.
Yes.
In 2021, I was not that motivated. Okay, that self belief was not there. So there was some disbelief that even if I'll reach interview stage, there will be some issue and I'll be out. So
Mhm.
God doesn't want me to be there. So something like that. But still, in 2021, one there's a dream, no. So even if you don't want to do, you will
Yes.
eventually
Eventually
do
end
it.
up
So
doing it. Yeah.
so in 2021, I again failed this exam. So I appeared for phase one, and I didn't prepare actually because the pattern was changed and I wanted to see where do I stand in descriptive. So I gave phase one. I didn't study much, but phase one has been my strength, you can say. So somehow I cleared phase one. In phase two, I got 173 or something. 187 was cut off, and
Yes.
the major chunk of those marks, 173, it was from descriptive only. So without studying, I scored I think 26 in ESI descriptive, and 27 or 25 in FM descriptive.
Descriptive.
So
Okay.
yeah, and so I came to know that all right, it is okay, I can do it.
Yes.
In 2022, I thought that I'll give, because in 2021 I got some a push. But the thing was 2022, even 2021 and 2022, these were worst years I can say of my life till date. So I have to go through some of major health issues, and
Okay.
I was not able to actually appear in 2022. But again in 2023, I appeared. I was not that sure that I'll go for it and I'll push my limits. But then my family was there. My wife, she pushed me, and somehow I did it.
Yes. And you did wonders. I mean, directly AIR one from the waitlist three. That's amazing, sir. That's amazing. Really commendable. The next thing I wanted to ask is actually, since I have also been sharing my journey with aspirants, and people usually ask me about how to prepare for this exam and which sources to use and all. My most asked question to me, and I'm sure this has been asked to you as well, that people are relying on rather than focusing on the syllabus and all those things, people are going for the coaching materials, and they are asking whether to use the coaching material or whether to approach it differently, like approaching on their own, just understanding the syllabus and all, which I preach all the time, and I'm sure you also preach all the time. So what are your views on over reliance of candidates on the coaching material or reliance on the self preparation methodology?
Okay, so I always suggest self preparation is the best way of preparing for any exam. So I may be wrong, but the thing is, coaching, it is a kind of, it is a business after all. So they have to show their results, and they try to give you again. I have been kept repeating this thing in my Gyan posts as well, that
Yeah,
coaching walas give you 10,000, 8,000 pages material, and then they'll show that yes, this question came from our material
our
book.
material.
But
Yes,
it is not practically possible to retain all those things when you are reading 8,000 pages. So it is better if you stick to the syllabus. You go, Google is there, there are open sources, so one can easily prepare. And the major sources which should be there is newspaper and PIB.
yes,
Affairs Cloud is also there, and it is very cheap also. So these are some of the sources one should follow. That's my point of view. Plus I'm not against coaching walas, but the thing is, again, uh, they do not have that emotional connect with the aspirant actually. And aspirant goes through many things, many emotions in his or her journey. So just marketing an aspirant or a person who has cleared the exam. And so in all,
yeah.
like in short, yeah, in short, self study is the best according to me.
Yes, according to me, sir, also self-study is the best because I also have been preparing and I also have been studying on my own, and I happened to score really well in phase one in 2022 exam as well. So that really helped me. Plus, I think self-study also, it does not constrict your horizon like the coaching materials does.
Exactly.
Because whenever you are reading the coaching material, you are just focusing on the information that is given in the material rather than just researching over what is happening, how it is correlated to some aspects. So that horizon is to be broadened, so that it will surely be helpful if you are studying on your own. So that's what I
Yes.
also think. Okay, sir, the next question is regarding the phase one. As you already said that phase one was your it was your strong point. So was there anything that you specifically did when you were preparing for the 2023, or it was just a veteran thing that yes, I would be able to do it since I was in that kind of flow?
Actually, in 2016, when you were in third year, I was in fourth year in our college, and we were figuring out that where should we go after BTech. So I decided to go for some banking exams just to check where do I stand. And I wrote, like I filled SBI clerk and SBI PO. So what I did that I came to know there is quant, reasoning, English, and general awareness. So in phase one, quant, reasoning, English. What I did, I bought a RS Agrawal. Someone told me RS Agrawal quantitative aptitude, and I finished the whole book in 10 days.
Okay.
I
That's a
solved
really
I
bulky
solved
book.
each and every question, each and every example, and in next
Okay.
20 days I solved again reasoning wala book of RS Agrawal. So
Mhm.
after those 30 days, I didn't practice quants and reasoning. I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, it was automatically like I found much easier quant and reasoning. Yeah,
Mhm.
what I used to do, I used to appear for mock tests,
Okay.
practice mock. I followed in 2018. I did in 2019. I did in 2023. Also, I did practice mock wala
Okay.
mocks, and I found very those mocks very helpful. But I used to solve the whole mock
Okay.
200 questions. Yeah, that is the thing. Even if
Okay.
I am not able to solve that mock during the stipulated time, after I have submitted the mock, I'll solve it full.
Okay. So mock analysis is the basic thing. Yes, it is definitely. Coming to the most difficult and challenging part, phase two. I would say ESI. You have scored tremendous marks in ESI. For the level of exam that this year's was, scoring around 70 marks, 69 marks is such a big deal, sir. So every aspirant wants to know that was there any specificity because ESI, the questions were really bounces in this year's paper because there were some specific reports that they wanted to, take reference from for the particular question. So for that kind of questions, what was your approach? And in general, also, what was your approach for preparation for this particular subject?
Okay, so let us break ESI in two parts: objective and subjective. So objective was majorly current affairs only. So what I followed, actually, I used to post, newspaper
Yes,
articles from Business Standard, and then PIB
yes,
links.
yes, sir.
These two things I have been doing from 1.5 years. So it was a bit easier for me because whenever I post something, I do read it thoroughly and then I post it. So I was always in touch with current affairs. So that was one thing, and then affairs cloud I followed for 8 months or so, and like just give you an example, mission life was there. It was
Yes,
in news, and
yes.
every 2 3 days 4 days there was an article. So I just researched, I went to their website and I made some 5 or 6 liner notes.
Okay.
And there was a passage, I think 5 questions were there, four
Were
or five,
there?
two markers,
Yes.
and on a mission life. So I simply, it was very easy, those 8 marks were there. So consistency is the key, because people
Yes.
somehow na, uh, I should give this example also. In 2019 what happened, uh, phase 2 marks I have 222 or something like that, phase 2 marks I have got. And
Yes.
again 73 or 74 was the score in ESI, but I missed 5 marks due to my foolishness at that time. I should have scored 78 in ESI. The thing was, there was a scheme goal going
Okay.
online as leaders by
Yes.
Ministry of Tribal Affairs, I think,
Yes.
and it was a news on 16th or 17th of October,
Okay.
and I missed. I used to make handwritten notes,
Okay.
but because my diary was full, so I have to make for 5 days on 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20th October. I made notes on loose sheets. So those 5 days notes I was not able to recover. I don't know where do I put them, and I didn't study those 5 days. And four questions, 8 markers from goal scheme, but because I have read that once or twice, so I was able to mark 2 questions correct. But later on, when
But
I came back and I again searched and I found again first and second line, I have marked the 2 questions, and third and fourth line was the other 2 questions. I was totally, disappointed. So this time I followed. Business Standard, PIB, and Affairs Cloud consistently, and I didn't leave anything. Now let us come to subjective part. Subjective part is more about practice of answer writing. So if you are practicing answer writing from many days, you will be able to write something in the exam. It won't be something like it is going, yeah, as you are saying, yeah, those
The
were bouncers.
bouncers.
Actually, those were not bouncers. I There were two questions there, three actually. One was for report on currency and finance.
Yes.
So everyone, most of the people have studied because it was
Studied.
released
Yes.
by RBI.
RBI.
It was
Yes.
released by RBI. Then there were two more questions. One was on World Development Report. It was on migration or something. So I was not much aware. I was aware about the theme. That's it. And one specific question was there on that report. Then
Yes.
the third question. Here is the trick. People don't read the question. So in the third question, they have said that UNDP has released some of the report on women
Women
empowerment and
empowerment.
something and
Yes.
something. Then they said that in that report, UNDP has told about three things: social, economic, and political. Three aspects they have covered. So till this point, people read the question and then they misunderstood the question. The last line said, so in those three aspects, put light on the initiatives taken by Government of India. So
Okay.
so like it was not a bouncer actually. You have to simply tell in economic aspect whatever Government of India is doing in social and in
Social aspect
political.
also. Yes.
So that
Okay.
was the key. So when we practice answer writing, no, last year also I had this group. So that was the first rule, that you have to read the question twice or thrice. Then you take 1 or 1.5 minute to read 2 3 times. Then in next 1 and 1.5 minute you make a rough framing how you will answer, and then you answer.
Definitely. Reading properly and segregating every part of the question is very essential. And every keyword that is mentioned in the question is to be addressed very properly. That is also,
Yeah.
I also did the exact same when I attempted the 2022 mains. And I scored also decent marks in the ESI portion last year. So I also followed that particular thing. And I also learned it from you because you had that initiative last year as well. So I was kind of in touch with you at that point of time as well with your channel. For all those aspirants who don't know, Sir has a Telegram channel called We Learn Here and has a discussion group called We Discuss Here. I'll put the links of both the group and the channel in the description box. You can definitely check that out because it's basically an ocean of information. Sir and all the admins are putting so much effort into putting the daily PIB links and the business standard articles, which are essential for the examination. So please check that out. So the next question I wanted to ask is your routine, because you're a working person, because you have been working in the NYKS and you have been preparing for such a long time. Plus, you had that initiative of handling two or three groups which were preparing for the RBI Grade B as well. So, how did you manage to prepare for the exam as well alongside job and alongside all these things?
Okay, so basically in 2019, when I decided to go for RBI, so what we used to do, like I and my roommate Jayesh. So actually, he also cleared his RBI Grade B officer
Yes,
in last
yes.
year. He cleared it.
Last year, yes,
So
sir.
what we used to do, we used to wake up at 4 and we'll study at 9 till 9. So 5 hours of study in the morning. After 9, we'll do our daily chores and we'll go to office and we'll come back around 7, and then we'll again have our food, we'll go out for a walk, and 1 or 1.5 hour of studying before sleeping also. So that was the routine. 6 or 6.5 hours daily basis we used to study. uh, I studied around 9 or 10 months with the same routine, we both of us. So that was a thing. So because 6 hours or 7 hours for 10 months, so it was too much. Like it was enough to complete everything from the base, because we didn't have economics background, we didn't know
Hmm.
much about finance. We
Yes.
had an idea about management, but not up to that extent. So
Hmm.
that was the routine. Now, if we come to 2023, so in 2023, because I was not sure of appearing for the exam or something like that, So I didn't specifically prepared, but what my routine was, it was easy because I used to wake up. I'll simply open business paper, this business standard
Business
e-paper,
standard.
and will read. Yeah, for half an hour or 1 hour, I'll read whatever I find important. I'll simply download. After downloading, I'll read and then I'll post.
Okay.
And same goes for PIB. So
Okay.
these two things were the first things which I used to do in the morning, and then I'll simply go to the office. And if some news, if something is there which has intrigued me, so whenever I'll get time, I'll research that whatever what happened. It was not from exam point of view, but just from a
Just
knowledge
for
point of
gaining
view.
knowledge, yes.
Yeah, so that was the routine when I decided to give this exam. So I was not so sure, but 10 days before phase 1, because my wife pushed me, so I started. Okay, because when you two are in a home, so you have to hear, no, listen. So I started preparing 10 days before phase 1, because again I was sure of phase 1, as I told you.
Mm.
So I simply started making notes of business standard and PIB from March onwards. And at that time, I used to, again, I started the same routine. I woke up at 4. I studied till 9:30, and
Okay.
in the evening also 1 or 2 hours, 3 hours I used to give up for this preparation.
So it was all about consistency, that discipline that you maintained, that I have to do these things daily, and not putting that much pressure into your daily doings. That yes, I am
Yeah.
just emphasizing more and more on this, and I'm just overburdening myself. It was just about the consistency that you have. That was really amazing, sir. So I wanted to ask you about the interview preparation also. You have already shared your interview transcript in your channel. I will put the link on in the description box for all you guys. I wanted to ask that how did you approach to prepare for the interview since you already had the experience before? What changes did you administer in your preparation for the interview specifically?
Okay, so here we go. In phase 1 and phase 2, we need two characteristics, like that is what I have deduced over these years. You need consistency and dedication.
Yes.
Okay, these two things were there. Uh, it came from my family, from my parents, or all the upbringing. So that I was always dedicated and I was consistent in whatever I do. But in interview, you also need self belief. In 2019, uh, I gave a decent interview and the marks I got. So that self belief, no, it was not
Mm.
there. So there was a disbelief that somehow they don't want me or something like that. So I again, when I cleared phase 2, so I again went through my interview transcript of 2019, and I came to know some of the things, like the first question they asked me at that time was, what do you think by currency management? What do we do? So I blabbered something, but then again, chairman was not happy, and he again asked. So I think the first impression uh, might have not been that good. And
Okay.
plus, he also said somewhere in between that you come from forestry management background and you don't have anything related to finance. So why should we select you? So I gave an answer because I was from development background, development management. But
Okay.
again, these two things I came to know that I should work on these two areas. So there was nothing related to RBI which I didn't know this year. Plus, I worked on these two, three things: RBI, my profile, and something which relates me to RBI,
Okay.
on these three things. So RBI, everything I read from website and their functions and working PDF. Second, I made some 50 questions on my profile and I made answers for those. And third, I did two certifications. One was related to financial inclusion offered by IMF, and
Okay.
other was related to macroeconomics of climate change, again offered by IMF. Because somehow my background, my PG, is related to these two areas.
Okay. Okay. That's also I wanted to discuss about that some of the aspirants who are preparing for this examination, they do have gaps. And I'm also one of those aspirants because after graduation, I've been preparing for this, for various exams basically, but I did not pursue masters. I did some certification courses and just to fill the gap and just to justify that what I was doing. But really, what do you suggest? Is there any necessity for such kind of courses to be done for the aspirants, or what should they do in order to, spike their profile or something?
The thing is, when I entered the interview room this year, so they simply said, they went through my academic records, and chairman sir said that yeah, you have been a tremendous, a good academic record. You have been gold medalist, and then he said you have also tried to build your profile. So that was something which I think board is looking in, aspirants, in the candidates who are appearing for interview. They want you to put some efforts to relate yourself, your background to RBI. Because if you are simply going sitting there and you don't have any relation to finance or something like that,
Mhm.
so it is difficult. Second thing, if you have something, if you have relation to finance, you should be able to justify that when they ask questions.
Yes,
And this year, every time, I think most of the transcripts will have this thing. Whenever a person is entered, chairman sir has asked that what have you studied for the interview. So
yes,
these were the keys. I simply said that I have studied about financial inclusion, I have worked on my profile, I have worked on macroeconomics of climate change, and I have read about RBI. So on these lines only my interview went.
okay. So every aspirant must consider spiking up their profile in order to be a little bit relatable to what RBI has to do in its functions. So, so that was it. One last thing I want to ask you. What advice would you give to the aspirants who are preparing for this exam, be veterans or be the beginners? What, according to you, is the main key to crack this exam?
Okay, so there are four ingredients. I'll again repeat: consistency, dedication, self belief, and a tinge of luck. If you have all these four, like the fourth one is not in our hands. So we should try to focus on the three things: consistency, dedication, and self belief. And if you believe that you can do it, and if you believe that you can put up your efforts consistently, eventually you will be able to do it.
Yes, sir. I will also try my best this time if I get the chance, and definitely I'll follow your steps. And you have been an immense help in every step of the way to every aspirant. And maximum, most of the aspirants that I have encountered were, preparing with you within your group. So I was really glad that instead of just focusing on your preparation, you were so kind enough to share everything that you were doing and guiding also along the way that how to actually approach to this examination. So thank you very much, sir, for all of this, and thank you so much for being here on Hope RBI. And I wish you good luck and all the very best for your future endeavors.
Thank you, Shivam. I'll be very, very happy to see you there.
I'll try my best, sir. I'll try my best. So
All the
thank you
very
so
best.
much, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. If you have any doubts, you can definitely comment down below, and I'll be happy to resolve any query that you have. Thank you so much, sir, for being here again, and congratulations on securing All India Rank 1 in the RBI Grade B 2023 examination. I cannot emphasize this enough because I am more happy than you on seeing you at that particular level. So thank you so much for being here, sir, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you. Means a lot, Shivam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.